Now you're all blue. Why are you blue?
I don't know why I'm all blue.
It's so weird. You weren't blue before.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Royally Rumbled's 2008 Universe Mode. My name is Jordan.
I am Robert, and we are past SummerSlam. We've got a couple new things on the horizon. We are building towards our next pay-per-view, which will be No Mercy, which I believe takes place in about 4 weeks, approximately. But before that, we announced last week, we are bringing back the King of the Ring tournament.
That is right, Robert. We are bringing back King of the Ring. We decided, in the spirit of King of the Ring, we are going to do things a little differently than on TV. It's going to be an 8-man, single elimination tournament, one-night tournament, which we will talk more details about the event itself in the future.
Yes.
However, qualifiers for that take place tonight. They start.
Starts tonight, the qualifiers for King of the Ring. And we've got one on Raw, we've got one on SmackDown. So let's go to the ring. Let's get the show started. Raw is in Kansas City, Missouri this week. Our first match is Raw's King of the Ring qualifier, featuring Mr. Money in the Bank Kofi Kingston taking on the former World's Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton. The match begins and Orton comes at Kofi with a fall-away slam, but Kofi rebounds and hits a quick dropkick, sending Orton to the outside. Both men start fighting for control, and Kofi doesn't back down from the former World Heavyweight Champion, attacking him in the corner with punches and an uppercut. Orton connects with his modified backbreaker and tosses Kofi to the outside, where Orton takes the time to taunt the crowd. Kofi wears down Orton and hits a boom drop. He covers, but Orton just barely kicks out before the 3 count. Orton is able to connect with his rope-hung DDT and taunts Kofi to get up for the RKO, but Kofi reverses and hits a leaping clothesline. Kofi connects with another boom drop, but Orton reverses Kofi again. Orton lands a second rope-hung DDT, but Kofi powers out at 2. Orton stalks him and finally connects with an RKO, but Kofi kicks out. The crowd is going crazy for Kofi. He builds more momentum in the corner with more punches and another uppercut. Kofi calls for it and connects with a Trouble in Paradise, pinning Randy Orton to advance to the King of the Ring tournament. Kelly Kelly is now a Raw superstar, acquired in a trade with SmackDown. She makes her 2008 Universe Raw debut here against Candice Michelle. Kelly fires out of the gate with a Thez press on Candice. Kelly follows it up with a clothesline and a running head scissors takedown. Kelly looks great here, and it's nice to see her on Raw. Candice manages to take Kelly down and slow the pace of the match, but before long, Kelly Kelly is back in control, hitting Candice with a modified monkey flip. Candice fights her way back and hits Kelly with an arm drag off the top rope, but Kelly pushes through to land her tilt-a-whirl head scissors takedown for the win. Our next match features 2 bitter rivals in CM Punk and Carlito teaming up to take on the team of Mark Henry and Marcus Corvon. Carlito and Corvon start things off in the ring, with Carlito trying to show up against his partner CM Punk. Punk gets tagged in and also tries to take the fight to Corvon, but Corvon knocks Punk out onto the apron into Carlito. Corvon gets Henry in, who fights with both Carlito and Punk, knocking Punk off the apron at one point, then proceeding to attack Carlito. Carlito hits Mark Henry with a backstabber, but Corvon breaks up the pin attempt. Corvon and Carlito mix it up in the ring, and Corvon continually slams Carlito down. Carlito reverses, and as he builds momentum, Corvon gets the hot tag to Henry, who gets caught up against Carlito. Punk gets the tag and hits Henry with the running knee, but Henry tosses him off instead of landing the bulldog. Henry slams Punk down and hits the multiple headbutt move. Shades of Junkyard Dog there. He then lands a World's Strongest Slam and gets a near 3 count. Henry picks up Punk and bear hugs him, and Punk has nowhere to go, forcing him to tap out. Carlito can't help but shrug and laugh. former World Heavyweight Champion Rey Mysterio comes out to address the WWE Universe. Rey says he knows he let the people down when he lost the championship at SummerSlam. He says he let his familia down and himself, but most of all, he let his fans down. The crowd cheers for him. And out comes JBL? He's a SmackDown superstar. JBL thinks Rey should quit his belly aching and get to the back of the line so new members of Raw can get title opportunities. New members of Raw, meaning himself, of course. JBL informs everyone that he was part of a trade to Monday Night Raw and he's ready to make Monday nights his home. He then says Raw was in desperate need of a real American superstar worthy of holding the title, and while he's here, little Rey Mysterio will be a footnote in the history of Monday Night Raw, and he'll personally make sure of it. So as promised, we have Jeff Hardy versus Umaga in the main event tonight, and if Umaga is able to win, he gets a title opportunity at No Mercy for the Intercontinental Championship.
Let's go to the ring because the charismatic Enigma is in action against Umaga.
And here comes the Intercontinental Champion, the charismatic Enigma, Jeff Hardy.
That is right. Jeff Hardy, the man who confronted Umaga last week on Raw and told him that he always rises to the occasion. That he's willing to put his money where his mouth is. And is graciously challenging Umaga one more time.
Yeah, he's allowing this match to take place. If Umaga beats him here, Umaga will be in the Intercontinental Championship match at No Mercy. So a lot riding on the line here for Umaga, who has beaten Jeff in the past, but has a hard time doing it when it counts. So Jeff calling his bluff on this one and hoping to pull off a victory.
And Jeff Hardy's never been one to back down from a challenge, but Umaga's been kind of intimidating and just that kind of constant threat in the back of Jeff's mind.
Yeah, I mean, he's ever present for Jeff and is always yelling, and Jeff does not understand Umaga's native language, so there's kind of something lost in translation, but you understand that Umaga's very angry with Jeff. He feels like going all the way back to before SummerSlam, he was tricked into thinking that there was a Intercontinental Champion Open Championship match, and there wasn't. And he's still mad about that to this day, and he's holding Jeff accountable for it.
When in reality, that was kind of on you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a clerical error at best, but oh my god. Jeff shot out and tried to hit a forearm smash, and Umaga just brushed him off like he wasn't there.
Well, there we go. Jeff Hardy hits that face buster, and now the match is going.
It looks like Jeff is pretty pissed off that he has to deal with this guy again. And I keep doing that to my champions. I'll learn eventually not to piss my champions off.
Well, there's Umaga just pushing Jeff off of him. Ooh. And misses that stinger splash in the corner.
Big miss. And Umaga just tossing him aside like he's not there. Umaga's like so strong, and that's why I took him with my number 3 overall pick. And thus far, he's been a little bit of a disappointment, a little bit of an underachiever, but I think this program with Jeff, if he could pull off a victory here tonight, it'll be big things for him. Yeah,
I mean, it'll catapult him into a one-on-one championship opportunity on a pay-per-view scale, which he has yet to get.
Yeah. So maybe Umaga's fortunes will turn in a big match setting.
But first he needs to get through Jeff Hardy right now.
Yep.
And Jeff is just laying those kicks in, and another face buster from the champion.
Umaga can't seem to get his wits about him long enough to utilize that power that he has over Jeff. Jeff's very fast.
And here's a cover.
Just a 1 count, but Umaga powered out of it.
And Jeff missing wildly with that drop kick, and Umaga drops him for his troubles.
I think Umaga might have been playing a little bit of possum there. And that release on that modified powerbomb situation. Doesn't even get a 1 count.
And we mentioned the power game with Umaga. He really needs to utilize that strength of his.
Here we go. Slow it down. Overwhelm him with your power. That's the only way Umaga's going to win this match.
My money's still on the Intercontinental Champion.
Ooh!
And Umaga with that huge thrust kick now.
Yeah, that shuffle side kick. 1, 2, and Jeff gets the shoulder up, but it's getting closer and closer, it seems like. Every time Umaga goes for a pin, Jeff stays down a little longer.
And now Jeff tripping Umaga up. We've seen Jeff in this position before, though, and he's been able to overcome Umaga.
Yes.
So will he be able to do it again?
No, Jeff not going for any high-risk maneuvers here. He's going to keep it on the ground. Very interesting by Jeff. Maybe a bit of maturity in the ring from Jeff Hardy here. Oh!
And unfortunately for him, it seems as Umaga has just turned the tide. Oh, and the forearm pin on the face.
That time Jeff got out pretty fast. Big haymaker shots.
Wait a minute! Samoan Spike!
That was the Samoan Spike. And here's the pin. 1, 2, 3.
Umaga faces the champion at No Mercy.
And you see him leaning over there talking a little bit of shit to Jeff Hardy after the pin. Oh, boy. Umaga with the Samoan Spike out of nowhere. And the camera guy kind of obscured it a little bit. And look at the show of sportsmanship from the Intercontinental Champion. And, oh, no.
The Samoan Bulldozer just telling him to get the hell out of his ring or something, because I don't think Jeff really understands what he's screaming. But he's pointing to the back.
Jeff does the smart thing there and just leaves. But Umaga, show of power. So very interesting development there. I mean, Umaga hit the Samoan Spike seemingly out of nowhere and caught Jeff off guard, caught us off guard, and shot the half for the pin. Now he's got a title match at No Mercy. So that's huge for Umaga.
Big developments for your number 3 overall draft pick.
Very big.
Finally, after all of this time, he's got a one-on-one title opportunity that he's earned. And we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. But that show of sportsmanship from Jeff Hardy there at the end of the match, only to be refused by Umaga. What's up with that?
That's not going to sit well with Jeff Hardy. He's a good man. He's a noble man. He's got pride. So the fact that he even extended his hand after all of the stuff that him and Umaga have been through, for Umaga to slap it away and tell him what we believe to mean "get out of my ring" is very insulting, and Jeff's not going to take that lightly.
No, nor as he should.
No.
But moving on from Raw, we watched as Kofi Kingston entered into King of the Ring. The main event of SmackDown will see another King of the Ring qualifying match, but we have a full show to get to.
Sure. Well, let's take care of that first. Let's handle our business.
Let's go to the ring for Friday Night SmackDown. The newest member of the SmackDown Divas roster, Natalya Neidhart, is in action tonight against Tori Wilson. Natty goes for the quick submission at the start, but Tori's able to wriggle free and take Natalya down. The two divas go back and forth before Natty counters a kick into a German suplex. Natty's really showing off her technical ability and strength here. But Tori's able to counter and hit a devastating swinging neckbreaker for a 2 count. Natty hits a second Nat by Nature and gets a 2 count. As she pulls Tori to her feet, Tori hits an X Factor for a surprise win. As she celebrates, Natty goes in for a handshake to show her sportsmanship. Tori decides to shake her hand, only to be kicked by Natalya. Natty screams at her fallen opponent and tells her she doesn't deserve it. It appears Natalya has a new attitude since coming to SmackDown. The next match features the Edgeheads Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins versus Batista and Bobby Lashley. Batista and Lashley gain an advantage early on, but Ryder and Hawkins are able to section the ring off and control the pace. Ryder especially was able to put a beating on Lashley. Ryder hitting not one, but 2 running face washes. They were able to put Lashley away with their tag team finisher, and then after the match, Curt Hawkins and Zack Ryder chased the referee from the ring and proceeded to beat down Lashley and Batista, tossing them both from the ring before celebrating even longer. The leader of the Edgeheads is in action against the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and both men are looking to stake their claim to the WWE Championship and climb the ranks to earn a title match. The action spills to the outside early on, and both men are almost counted out before beating the count. Edge shows his ruthlessness as he clobbers HBK with strikes. He hits an education, and HBK kicks out at 2. Edge sets up and connects with a spear, but again, Shawn Michaels is able to get that shoulder up. Edge continues to attack, but HBK counters with a backbreaker and then lands an elbow drop. Michaels gets a 2 count and sets up for sweet chin music, and connects, but Edge kicks out at 2. Michaels lands his comeback and hits a second elbow drop, but Edge escapes the near fall. Michaels hits another sweet chin music, but Edge gets out of it. Michaels hits a Sato suplex and follows it up with a moonsault from the top rope, but Edge escapes at 2 yet again. Edge catches Shawn with a backbreaker and hits his comeback. He then lands a DDT and pins the Heartbreak Kid for the huge victory. In a rematch from last week, John Cena faces off against WWE Champion Booker T. They lock up at the start, which Booker gets the better of the exchange. This match is much more balanced than last week's bout, and Cena and Booker go back and forth. Cena hits Booker with a huge power slam and follows it up with a 5-knuckle shuffle. Booker's able to counter and knock Cena down. Cena fights back and lands an AA on Booker T, but the champ kicks out at 2. Booker fights back and connects with a spine buster and a scissors kick, but Cena is able to escape. Cena goes for the 5 moves of doom, but Booker escapes and hits a big neck breaker. They fight on the outside where Booker cuts Cena open. Cena's able to get back into the ring and hits an avalanche AA to pin the WWE Champion. So John Cena defeating Booker T.
Big stuff.
Clean pinfall. So the words of Chris Jericho perhaps echoing in the mind of Booker T.
Yep.
Really coming off as a weak champion.
So far. But I mean, not many people survive an avalanche AA from John Cena.
No, I mean, that's why he's John Cena.
That's why he's John Cena.
But we have an awesome main event lined up for you. It is our first SmackDown King of the Ring qualifying match as The Big Show takes on Christian.
Awesome.
And here comes the world's largest athlete, The Big Show, who's been on one hell of a rampage and a warpath the last few weeks.
He really has, and I think it'll be very interesting if he's able to pick up the victory here, how he stacks the deck for SmackDown in the King of the Ring tournament.
I mean, Big Show has been mad at me for leaving him off the SummerSlam card. I've been getting constant text messages, emails, phone calls. So I have decided to put the Big Show into the King of the Ring qualifying match. If he could win, he goes on to King of the Ring, and I could stop hearing about it.
Yeah, and he's got an interesting attire on.
Yeah, that single strap is down, and we don't normally see that from the Big Show.
He's pulled the strap down preemptively here, so Christian, who is making his entrance now, is in for a battle.
But if there's one thing that we can say about Christian, is he is resilient.
Very.
Christian has proved time and time again in our universe that he is a fan favorite, and hopes here to move on to King of the Ring. But has a huge obstacle in his way in the 7-foot, over 500-pound Big Show.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't a bigger obstacle right now in our universe. There is not a bigger obstacle right now in our universe than the Big Show. So Christian really has it's a tough draw here for him, but if anyone on SmackDown could do it, I think it's Christian. And why does he do it? Well, his shirt says it all. He does it for the peeps, by the peeps.
Christian, we haven't seen him since the Money in the Bank ladder match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But
he knows that with the peeps behind him, nothing is impossible. The Big Show is like in the fucking zone, man.
Yeah, he's ready. Oh, and Christian with that back elbow. I like the preemptiveness of Christian here.
Yeah.
Oh, but Big Show's just there to cut him right down.
Big Show just seems like he's in such a mood.
Well, like I said, he was on a warpath, felt that he should have faced WWE Champion Chris Jericho at SummerSlam, was passed over for Booker T after he lost that elimination match.
Yep.
And was mad that he was just left off the card. So last week, picked up a huge victory against Shawn Michaels, and therefore I couldn't deny him this qualifying match.
Yeah. And I mean, even technically before that, Big Show dealing with Kane, his failed tag team partner.
Of course. I mean, Big Show was the one who defeated Booker T prior to SummerSlam.
Ooh! Big Show shoots the half.
But Christian able to push that 500-pound...
Oh!
And a huge chop. And Big Show...
Oh, my God.
Tossing Christian.
Christian went for the open hand strike on the chest, and Big Show just caught him and made him pay. Oh, and it looks like the momentum has shifted firmly into the Big Show's control here as he brutalizes Christian with move after move.
And Captain Charisma is just being ragdolled around this ring. I don't know, Robert. Can anyone stop the Big Show?
He's got to find a way to here. You know, if he doesn't find a way to do that, he will not win this match, Jordan.
Now Christian with the cover. Just a 1 count. Referee, not Charles Robinson, there to make that 3.
Ooh.
And Christian's really targeting that arm of the Big Show. If he could isolate that body part, he could make it so that Big Show can't connect with the WMD or the chokeslam.
Yeah. So it's very smart on Christian's behalf, but he's got to not take that move in any other corner. He's already taken it twice.
And Big Show just asserting his dominance.
Maybe he thinks it's a 4 corners match. Oh, and Big Show went for the spear, but it looks like Christian reversed it.
Yeah, Christian hit that big DDT, and now momentum is shifted. Christian's on the top rope.
He's going for the frog splash, and he connects. Pin him.
Here we go.
Pin him. Oh. Uh-oh.
We've seen him do this before. He's calling for the kill switch. He hooks him and connects. Shoots the half cover. 1, 2. No!
Big Show, at the last possible moment, gets the shoulder up. And Christian is fired up, and the peeps are going crazy.
I don't know about you, but I want to see Captain Charisma in King of the Ring.
I think it'll be a massive disappointment if he doesn't win this match.
And Christian looking, he's got those lariats, ducks the clothesline, and a huge tilt-a-roll backbreaker to the Big Show.
His leg? How didn't he break his leg?
That's incredible.
Oh, no.
The final cut.
Big Show breaking out the final cut. We haven't seen that.
Oh! He just stepped on his face, and now Christian's bleeding. He could have a broken nose and a claw.
Big Show's he's enraged, and he's untethered.
Oh, no. Christian, stay down.
Duck. Oh,
WMD. Christian's face might be broken.
Oh, he's done. One. What?
Christian's still alive. This match continues.
The peeps have willed it to be.
Oh, no. And there's the Big Show screaming. Is he going to look for a...
Oh.
Christian!
He's fighting back. It doesn't matter that Big Show's 500 pounds. It doesn't matter that he's 7 foot tall.
No.
Oh, my God.
No way.
Big Show in the high rent district from the top.
Oh, and a knee drop. And Big Show definitely hurt his knee there. He better be careful.
He's got no pads or anything on.
Oh, my God. He's just stepping every bit of that 500-pound frame across the chest and stomach of Christian. Oh my God, and again, Big Show's pissed off now. He can't believe Christian kicked out of the WMD.
Oh,
and a spear for good measure. One, two, three.
Oh my God.
And the Big Show couldn't believe that Christian insulted him by kicking out of the WMDs. The only superstar to do that in our universe.
Christian is writhing in agony after the... Oh, no.
And Big Show, where are you going? You've already qualified for King of the Ring.
Ring the damn bell. This is disgusting.
The Big Show just really overstepping his bounds, really proving a point, and hopefully Christian's okay. We will keep you posted on Christian's status. He could have a broken orbital bone.
Just after a match like that, which was a good back and forth match, Big Show with just that disgusting display of unsportsmanlike conduct really, really just underlines it in a way that it shouldn't be, you know?
No. And granted, I might have been being a little biased during that match, hoping Christian would win. But
he made us believe. He made us believe organically. And then Big Show grabbed that carpet, ripped it out from underneath him, and threw it off of a 20-story building. So
yeah, really putting the exclamation point on that victory. And Big Show joins Raw's Mr. Money in the Bank, Kofi Kingston, as a competitor in our King of the Ring.
Yeah, our first qualifiers each for King of the Ring, and we're going to give you more details on that in future episodes as we get closer to it. We're also building towards No Mercy. Jeff Hardy and Umaga have a date set already at No Mercy for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, Booker T getting pinned by John Cena clean. What does that mean for Booker against Chris Jericho when he faces the former champion at No Mercy in their rematch? And
then we got new superstars showing up on each show. SmackDown debuted Natalya Neidhart, who you acquired from Raw, and Raw acquired Kelly, who also debuted this week. I also debuted a JBL who was not taking to Rey Mysterio's apologetic nature about losing the World Heavyweight Championship to his fans.
No, I'm very excited to see JBL on Raw, though. It's sad to see him go from SmackDown. Last time we saw him, he lost a match against the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels and was injured in that match. So traded him right over to Raw.
Yep. It's going to be fun. We definitely have some more superstar changes happening as we proceed through this. We can't give them all to you at once. I mean, come on.
No, that wouldn't be fun. But so stay tuned for more content coming your way very, very soon. As always, if you would like, you can follow us at Royally Rumbled across the social medias. And if you want to follow us individually, you could find me on Twitter and Instagram at JL24FPS.
And I am on Twitter and Instagram at Yesball.
So, once again, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for more, and we will see you on the next episode in
2008.